I got 4 new tarantulas today, and I got 5 new tarantulas today, and 4 of them I knew nothing about, really. I knew very, very little. I knew that OBTs were, by reputation, aggressive, and when I saw there was an Indian ornamental, I knew that old world spiders typically bite more and are more venomous than New World spiders, and India's Old World. Anything in the Americas is New World. So I decided that I wasn't very happy that I didn't know very much about these spiders and tried to find information. I was really frustrated that I had to go to so many places to try and find the information that I wanted. So what I decided to do was do a bit of Googling and put all the information that I found in one place, hoping that in the future I may help someone who's never had a particular spider before. And that's all I can hope for, really, that you will find this helpful. The spider I want to talk about is called Zuzu. Zuzu is a Poechilatheria regalis, been practicing, aka the Indian ornamental tarantula. This is a tarantula I knew very little about, apart from the fact that I knew it was Old World. Old World spiders mean that they are from Europe, Asia, Africa. New World spiders, they're from the Americas, North America, South America. They're the New World. New World spiders, very different to Old World spiders. New World spiders do this thing which is like kicking hairs. It's their first method of defense against something that threatens them. They kick hairs at you. The hairs can be very irritating, cause problems to your skin. They can cause problems to your breathing, rashes. It's not very nice. It's never happened to me, thankfully, touch wood. But I don't handle really my spiders only when it's completely unavoidable. So I've not had that. Old World spiders don't have that ability. So their first line of defense is to bite. And they can dry bite you, which is where they don't really inject their venom. But you will still get very painful muscle cramps. If they do inject the venom, it's worse. We'll get to that. So this is an arboreal species. Up to now, I've only had terrestrial. And this is my first. This and one of the other ones is one of my first arboreal species, which means that they live in trees opposed to living on the ground. There's 3 kinds of spiders. There's burrowers, there's terrestrials, and there's arboreals. This is an arboreal. So I will need, as it gets a bit bigger, I will need a tall enclosure rather than a wide enclosure. So something like a cereal box, maybe? Something big and round. Something maybe to store pasta in. Something that the spider can go up and down and be very happy with. So that's what the arboreal species is. And apparently the most popular kind of arboreal species for beginner are called pink toes or Poechilatheria versicolor. They're really, really popular. I've read a lot about them. I've seen a lot about them. These are a New World spider opposed to an Old World. The Indian ornamental tarantula is not recommended for beginners, which is awkward because I'd still really class myself as a beginner, even though I've had a tarantula for a very long time. Well, since I was a kid, and then a few years in between. You know what I'm talking about. So, back to Zuzu. The Poechilatheria regalis, aka the Indian ornamental tarantula, needs a very humid environment. They can reach 7 inches or 18 centimetres in leg span. That's quite big. That's quite big. So I was reading about them and trying to find out information about how did they keep and all that jazz. And the same information kept coming back. This is from Wikipedia. This species is considered to have a medically significant bite. Medically significant bite. That kind of language is like when you meet people who work in the care industry, who deal with people who have life-limiting illnesses. They don't say terminal illness anymore. That's what they say. Life-limiting illness. So, having something that is considered to be a medically significant bite, it doesn't sound good. So, yeah, the quote is, this species is considered to have a medically significant bite with venom that may cause intense pain. Intense is the word that they chose there. This is from, I'm probably going to pronounce this wrong, Theraphosidae.be, and I'll just spell that out. That's THERAPHOSIDAE.be. Direct quote from their website. Can result in hospitalisation. Hospitalisation. Underline. 3 exclamation points. Same website told me that the life expectancy of these spiders is 10 to 12 years for a female and 3 for a male. And then I came across a website called amp.science.com, which had a fairly detailed report about a man who had a spider as a pet, an Indian ornamental, a Poechilatheria regalis, and he experienced severe muscle cramps and pain for 3 weeks. I've read from a number of different websites, bite from the spider can hospitalise you for like 1 to 3 weeks. Yeah, obviously you can have lesser ones, but imagine being bitten by your own pet spider and going to hospital for 3 weeks. Why are we keeping these as pets? Why have I got one? This is terrifying. This is absolutely terrifying. I don't want to be terrified of my own pet. That's why I called him Zuzu, so that he could have a cute name and it doesn't sound quite as scary. You know, like Indian spider of death. Oh my god, what have I let myself in for with one of these? This is the terrifying thing as well, that when I checked, you may have seen in the video before, I put all of the little capsules into the boxes and just let the spiders come out on their own. And I was out for a few hours. When I came home, Zuzu was still in the little capsule thing. So I took a paintbrush and just stroked the leg very gently, and Zuzu bolted like a bat out of hell from the capsule and ran all up and down my arm several times before I managed to get them into their enclosure. So, now after reading that, this spider's been on my arm. Oh my god. Like, I try to avoid handling the spiders wherever possible, because That's generally considered good practice. I'm not against other people handling their tarantulas, but I'm just saying I'm going to avoid handling mine, except in extreme cases. Like I had to handle Tasha when I unboxed her because she made a mad dash for it, and I've had Zuzu on my arm now. But apart from that, I don't think I've actually touched any of the other spiders. Olivia did strike at the tweezers when I removed her shed. I think she wanted to keep it as some sort of weird trophy. My spiders are weird. So yeah, my new little friend Zuzu is an old world arboreal spider. It's considered to be aggressive, and it's considered to have, like, basically one of the worst bites that you can get in the hobby. Oh, this is fun. Oh, this is reassuring. Oh my god. I've fed them all earlier. A couple of hours ago, I went around and gave everyone some flies. So I'm just going to have to, hope that this spider stays absolutely tiny so I will never have to rehouse it, and then never have to risk having, medically significant bites from my own pet. Oh my god.